Hello to everyone. It is a privilege for me to be here on this stage. And I'm going to talk about Ashat Bank, but don't take this like advertising of Ashat Bank. We are a state bank, and I will be talking about the Ashat Bank like a state banking sector. I would like to give you a little bit understanding how we worked, who we are, and majority about what I will be talking. I will be talking about Ashat Bank, but it relates to all state banks. But before, I understand that before lunch I'm the last speaker, and in order to somehow to wake you up, I would like to demonstrate video. I would like to demonstrate video about us, about our people, about my colleagues during this difficult period of time in order to transfer to you emotion and maybe to remember what your businesses did during the 2022. And then we will go down to Ashat Bank. Please, video. Thank you for watching such maybe rather long video, but still. So now let's go down to the Ashat Bank. I will be talking about the, I forgot where to push. Here, okay, good. So I will be talking about Ashat Bank profile just to give you understanding who we are. Maybe someone knows, but still, I would like to remind you who we are. Bank strategy, collaboration, success stories, and example of potential investment. And it will be very good fitted what you said actually. Because the five principle, as far as I remember, says that it should be multi-shareholder unity. And we are going to do this exactly, and I will show. So, Ashat Bank profile. We are the second largest bank in Ukraine. We are growing in SME retail, and of course we are financing corporate business as well. We are a universal bank. We have the presence on the capital markets. You know, we have our Eurobonds, and they are successfully paid off and they successfully services. We have the best practice, I would say. So after the corporate governance and banking sector, I would say that we have the really good corporate governance in our bank. We have the supervisory board, we have the management board, and now we can say that this is the reforms were in place and realized. Commercial-based operations, we are commercial-based, and of course we are thinking about the profitability. In terms of net assets, we keep the 12% on the market. In terms of customer accounts, also 12%. In terms of net asset structure, if we look at our assets, you can see that loans, it is 32%. The rest, majority part, it is still government bonds. We understand why it is so, because the crisis of 2014, when the Russian Federation started aggression, again, the Ukraine banking sector, state banking sector had to be capitalized. Capitalization went through the government bonds, but not only. Because of the war, we were investing also in government bonds, like many banks in Ukraine. In terms of the loan portfolio of legal entities, you can see that 22%, this is the energy. This is the critical infrastructure. We have oil and gas, we have the agriculture, of course, and the trade. Liabilities presented majority of retail customers. This is understandable, we are saving banks, and also small and medium enterprises. And our focus and our strategy, it is develop this exactly segment, because this is, you know, that this is the ground for development of any economy. Let's go further. We will go a little bit later. Asset drivers. You can see the trends. For the last 3 years, we were all the time growing. Even in 2022, we were able to grow by 11%. Of course, we are not private banks. Of course, we are state bank, but still we owned by state. But we decided, we took the strategy to finance, to continue financing, not to close limits for our enterprises even during the war. That's why 11% our assets we grew, and this strategy was absolutely right. If we're talking about the by segment, corporate 7%, SME 81%. And we've got actually the good experience in SME, in financing SME during the war, during the crisis. Of course, I will talk about later what kind of programs we utilize. That could be the good example for investors that will come to Ukraine in order to reconstruct, to recover our country. Next, retail. Understandably, retail, no demand, and the portfolio decreased. However, this year, we have the program, and we continue, and we are one of the leaders on mortgage finance. We will continue providing mortgage, even we have such difficult times. Of course, lending in hryvnia, currency, because in the SME segment, in the corporates, of course, there is now not a lot of the proceeds that they receive in currency. That's why we're providing hryvnias. So now, it brought actually the P&L result. We continue financing, that's what our net interest income increased. Our operating income increased even more than 2022. However, operating income decreased because of the provisions, because of the expenses. It is also understandable. Net income and return on equity also decreased. But we, on the operational level, we remained profitable. We remained cash satisfied. So now, let's talk about the strategy. In 3 simple milestone words. Protection, this is 2022, when we had to be stable, without any interruption, in our IT system, in the apps, everywhere, to preserve cash in transit, to preserve payments, everything. It was hard times, I can tell you. It was a lot of heroic things that our people do. 2023, 2025, our strategy, the occupation. We follow just after our forces. just after the occupation. We opened the first, in Kherson area. We opened our bridge just after the occupation. And of course, recovery. We believe, and this is our strategy, we will play significant role in recovery and reconstruction of Ukraine. And this strategy, it is not only for Ashat Bank, it is a strategy that government told and they put for the all state banks. How to perform this strategy? We have for that our philosophy, as I said, we have for that our programs. Two priorities, business and of course operations. Business, main priorities, main directions. Support for reallocation of enterprises from the regions affected, and we have success story. Second, support of agricultural sector, seeing campaign or the harvest campaign. This is our priority. Support of export-oriented businesses, like you have the export agency. We have also our own export agency that we also work together. So we can work together in this area. Support of the critical infrastructure, energy, we can invite the partners that will supply equipment to our energy sector, to provide, I don't know, to control of the expenses, to provide the partially financing from the side of Ashat Bank. Food security ensuring, financing the trade, retail food network, support of population in providing the housing, I mean mortgages that we're doing, operational and financial support of small and medium enterprises, and currently we're doing that. Supported small medium enterprises affected by war. In operational priorities, ensuring interrupted activities, understandable. Adjusting risk policy. We understand that we are living in the war. We understand that banks should have risky policy. But we have to adapt our risky policy to the war. We have never been in war, but still we should understand what kind of risk we can influence, we can mitigate, and what kind of risk we cannot, and how to insure or to minimize these non-controllable risks. And for that, we have the different kind of programs. HR transformation, still we're thinking about our people, we're learning, educate them. And of course, recovery losses from the Russian aggression. We collect all our losses. We also have losses, and losses are rather big. And we are still in the calculation. You know that we already won one court, one of the first in the Ukraine. We won one court from the Russian Federation. Now it is on the execution stage, not easy stage. But we're also one of the first to put for the European Fund for the Protection of People's Rights. We put there our application, also one of the first. They will pay off everything what they did to our country and to our bank. In SME, just to give the overview for SME, if in assets loan portfolio is 34%, SME is 18%. And it grew almost twice, as I told, by 50%. It grew not 50, 85% grew in 2020. Now we have 220,000 small, medium enterprises. 94% this is the micro. $500 million loan portfolio, 230 million increase from the loan portfolio during 2022. 230, but it is still for us in focus. Collaboration, how to participate in recovery, how to collaborate. We have answer for that. Our priorities, state portfolio guarantees, different, let's say, state government program that available now for the banks. You perfectly know 579. You know the portfolio guarantees. You know the grants that provided also by government. And this is the good example for our international partners how to participate. How to copy, let's say, or do the same. Export credit agency priority, reallocation, grants for small, medium enterprises. This is what I said. And a little bit later, I will show you that it is not only the state grants, but also we're working with other international programs for the grants. Collaboration with international financial institutions, different kind. Risk-sharing toolkit. Risk-sharing program that EBRD provides, IFC provides, that European Investment Bank provides. Here, this is our experience. Why I'm talking experience? Because our philosophy, as I said, we would like to be hub. We would like to be hub that will unite, combine all or like to be the one window for the partners, international financial institutions, state programs, municipalities, our own products in one place. In order to business to facilitate recovery of the business, they apply to Oshad Bank, and we say we have this program, this program, this program. We have these products, and these products. Why? Because we have such experience. We have the good experience with the European Investment Bank. Currently, the limit is 75%. Still, it is not enough. We want more. We want more partners that can provide this. SME Development Fund, this is our Ukrainian development fund that we're working with. Western Enterprise Fund, EBRD Fund. And we started working with Sparkasse, with GIS, that started providing the grants, our micro segment, our small businesses. For example, what we have? Now, we approved the GIS. This is a good program. I will show you further. Short list. We progress in USAID. USAID, you know, they're mainly working with the private segment. And the FC also working mainly with the private segment. But we will be probably one of the first banks that will work with DFC. And they will provide also the guarantee program for us. Some success stories. How it works. With European Investment Bank, this is the risk sharing. European Investment Bank provides 70% of guarantee to loan that we finance. 30%, it is what we need to get like a collateral. So meaning that after now, a lot of the facilities destroyed. Not many SME businesses, they have collateral. Guarantee will help in this. They provide 30% collateral, 70% provides by guarantee. And this really successful story. Now we have the 75 million euros for such program, and look, 1.6 NPL only. SME really value such kind of program. That's why they're trying not to have the default. Next success story. This is the success story with grants, with the government grants, how it worked. On the side of Ministry of Economy, they approve budget, they have the scoring, Oshad developed scoring model, integration with DIA, and staff training. This is example how it worked with the state programs, but it could work, and it worked with any other fund would like to provide grants to the SME. We have technology. We have technology, and we know, and we work. We have statistics, how it works. For example, types of grants. For micro, $6,500. Agriculture, processing. For our adaptation of the veterans who are coming back from the war. And who joined us? Sparkasse, GIS, Germany. Exactly like this, we developing this. But in case of the Sparkasse, they provide grants, like you said, equity, first risky equity participation, they provide grants, and we provide the rest. We finance. Maybe one more, sorry, this is our development. You know, sorry, but I was waiting. This is the success story in terms of the changing the procedures. We were able during the war, during the 2022, to change our procedures. And now, before final approval, it could be done through Oshad business. It could be done from any places. For the small, medium enterprises, they can get approval. Of course, afterwards, they have to go to the branch office for the disbursement and conclusion of agreement. Just the calculation, statistics, 10 million euro of risk sharing, grants, technical assistance can give 2 million euro loans to small, medium enterprises. Effect, we calculated effect, 2,000 number of small, medium enterprises who will receive grants. It will give new 5,000 working places and taxes, 2.5 million taxes per year. 10,000 participants of trainings, webinars, who will be trained how to do business or how to manage business. Therefore, we believe that such kind of program will give the positive economical effect to Ukraine for recovery. For investors, for funds, infrastructure projects that we have now on the table. This is the Oblast Chernivtsi. They have border with Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Moldova. They have to reconstruct the railway track in order to have the European way. They have a program of reconstruction of internal airport because they close to the border, and we can start already some international airlines. Infrastructure projects. Construction of interregional high-speed railway, and the creation of service zone for customs. Very modern. So this is example. This is example how we can cooperate. In all this, we can be of help. We know how to work with municipality. We know how to finance. If we have the grants, guarantees, everything, it could be combined. It could be packaged in one product. And at least for one oblast, we can have good pilot projects for recovery for infrastructures. So, I would like to say that this is the contacts. If you would like to contact, you can contact this beautiful lady sitting in front of me with very good vishvanka, Natalia Budkova. So, her contacts, and of course, you can contact us. And the final, Slava Ukraini!